Welcome to another episode of SCL News. I'm your host, SCL Matt, and today is Monday, January 30th. Finally, once again, we have some real Skylanders news to share. If you were following along with the blog this week, you know we'd heard about some Easter variants. And of course, I know the first thing everybody asks, well, wait, Easter? What about Valentine's Day? What about Heartbreaker Buckshot? Wasn't he supposed to come out first? Well, to be perfectly honest, that was all an assumption. I mean, he looks like a Valentine's Day figure. It definitely feels like he should be released around Valentine's Day between the name and the color scheme and what we've seen in past years. But maybe they're changing it up. The other possibility, some people have noted that the Heartbreaker Buckshot listing has been removed from the official Skylanders website. Should we read into this? Did they scrap the figure? I don't know. I really don't. All I know is that we have news on the Easter variants. The Easter variants are in the Toys R Us system. Both of them, this is Egg Bomber Airstrike and Hard-Boiled Flare Wolf. These two figures are our Easter variants this year, and they're listed in the Toys R Us system with a release date of February 27th. Now, February 27th seems a little bit early. Typically, I say we like to see these variants come out about 2 to 4 weeks before the holiday that they're for. Well, this puts them about 6 weeks before Easter, which seems a little odd. But I was discussing this with Josh on the Toys for Games podcast this week, and he brought up a good point. February 27th is just a week before the launch of the Nintendo Switch. And as we've discussed before, on March 3rd, when the Switch launches, they are also launching Skylanders Imaginators for the Switch. It is a launch title. So possibly they want to get some new figures, some new variants out there right before that time. They didn't want to lump it in with the Switch release, but want to make sure they're out there on the shelves for people who are out shopping when the Switch does release. So that's a possibility to go along with that date, why they're coming out a little bit earlier than we might have expected. I really don't know what's going on at this point, but that's the news I have. If that date changes, which it could yet, we've seen that happen before, I'll be sure to let you know. But for the time being, it is set at February 27th for Toys R Us. Earlier this week, you may have seen me shoot a surprise unboxing video, one I wasn't quite expecting to shoot this week, but we got the one, the only Timber. This is my custom character that I created in the game. I'll let you check out the official unboxing video. But the question I've been getting from a lot of you about that is, how long did it take? Well, I can tell you I ordered him on December 15th and he arrived on January 26th. So roughly 6 weeks. I think that's about the time frame they're estimating. I know a lot of people early on got them sooner, got them like 3 to 4 weeks, but I think that's before a lot of people started ordering, got the parts they were looking for and started ordering these figures, and now they're kind of backed up, and it's taking a little while to get these figures out. So if you haven't gotten yours yet, if you put an order in, just hold on, keep waiting. I'm sure they'll get them out to you. I don't know much more about the process besides that. Then finally, just today, we got some more release news, or at least potential release news. It looks like we may have some news on Wave 4. Wave 4, we really didn't know much about before now. We knew what could be in it, but we didn't know exactly what to expect. We did get a little information along with that Switch announcement with the surprise adventure pack that we didn't know we were getting. But this is what we know. So Amazon Italy put up some new listings today. They put up 4 listings. They included a Pinata single pack, which I know some people were waiting for. They didn't want that combo pack. So a Pinata single pack, a Grave Clobber single pack, a Dark Crystal single pack, and the Cursed Tiki Temple adventure pack. So like I said, 4 items there. So a couple of these I want to touch on. Here in the US, well, I should say all of those items on Amazon Italy are listed for March 10th. March 10th for those 4 items. So that seems to be about the right time frame for Wave 4 from what we've been hearing and what we've seen in the past. The tricky part comes in that unless you live in Italy, don't take that date for granted. Even within other European countries, I wouldn't guarantee March 10th. Here in the US, I wouldn't guarantee March 10th. That's just their date. That's what their release date for Amazon Italy. But I want to touch on a couple of those. Like I said, the Cursed Tiki Temple Adventure Pack, we've been told at least that it's going to release on March 12th here in the US. So March 12th in the US, is that the release date for the rest of Wave 4 as well? Don't know at this point. It's very possible that, like I said, it seems the right time frame, but we don't know exactly. Then the Grave Clobber single pack was a little bit surprising to me, because in the other press releases that we got, they were talking about the Cursed Tiki Temple pack, said it's coming out March 12th, and then right away they would say later this spring, which made me think that you mean later this spring after March 12th sometime we're going to give you Grave Clobber. So is that what they meant, or did they just mean later this spring, like, oh yeah, March 12th as well, that's when we're giving you Grave Clobber? It wasn't really clear, and I didn't read it that way, but it's possible that it could come out at the same time as well, or it's possible it's going to come out early in Italy or Europe in general, and later here in the US, who knows. But it's something to watch out for. As soon as I know more, I'll be sure to tell you. Also then, I know a lot of you are going to be excited about this if it turns out to be true, which seems to be, but a Dark Crystal single pack. You've been waiting for this. And right now we don't know which mold is going to be in the single pack. I would guess it would make sense to me that it's going to be the Dark Reactor Creation Crystal, as that is the third mold that we have not seen yet. It's unreleased. So it makes sense, it coming out in Wave 4 now, in a single pack finally, that one would be released. So far we have the Dark Rune Creation Crystal that is currently exclusive to the Dark Edition Starter Pack. We also have the Dark Pyramid, which can be found in the 8-pack of Creation Crystals that was exclusive to Europe, or the Triple Pack number 4 also contained the Dark Pyramid. So it makes sense to me to include the third one then in the single pack. So the Dark Reactor is my guess. We don't know right now because, like I said, Activision does not specify the different molds. Those are names that we gave them. They just care that it's a Dark Creation Crystal. That's all they're going to tell us. We won't know until we see a box shot or someone finds it in a store. That's going to be the earliest we know which mold is actually in that single pack. But as soon as I know, I'll be sure to tell you. So keep all that in mind. It's good information. We can generally trust with the Amazon listings, even the foreign Amazon listings. They tend to be spot on with these things. So we're just gonna have to wait and see how it pans out, when the dates come up and stuff, and what product we're actually getting. That's all I have for you now. Stay tuned for more next week.